I don't know, we might have a good one today, folks. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to chime in. We're gonna get popping like boogaloo shrimp up in here. For those new folks that's coming on to the channel, I want you to hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Y'all gonna have to oversubscribe, because I told you they're messing with my channel, or it ain't my channel, they're messing with the channel. So hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you set the notifications so you hear me when I go on live. I need for you guys to chime in. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting storyline. What's up? Hey, can you guys hear me okay? I need to make sure the audio is good before we get started. You know what I'm saying? And make sure we all like microphone check. 1 2 1 2. In the place to be. Can y'all hear me okay? Make sure y'all can hear me before we get started. I'm gonna let some other people come into the chat. Got the super chat thing. Let me see, what's that do? Let me push this button. And I'm gonna get started here in just a minute. I know, I'm gonna tell y'all about this. Y'all already asking these questions. Is the Bible the truth? Is this, that, and the other? Do you believe? We gonna get into it. Y'all gonna find out real quick what I believe, but it's not what I believe is the most important thing, is what you believe. All right, that's what's up. Good audio. Thanks for that microphone check. Right now, I'm in my conference room. And matter of fact, when we get done with everything, one of our new sites here in Vietnam, it's gonna be a big conference room set up like this. Big training room, so we'll probably unveil that a little bit later. Y'all see the podium over there? No, I'm not in church, but we can have church. If y'all want to have church now, we can visit. Okay, we can visit. Let some more of you guys chime in real quick. Try to position this chair where y'all can, okay, there we go. Looking dapper, Major. All right. So we're going to get into some of this. The topic I threw out there was because the exact time that they have planned for and this is why we're going to talk about it, because so let me get y'all some backstory real quick. So the message, I don't want y'all to waste a lot of y'all's time with certain messages like the one I just saw about Jesus Christ and you need to be saved and stuff. That's cool. I used to be tract guy. I used to be handing out tracts back in the day. I handed out so many tracts, it's ridiculous. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I got 20 years in that game. I'm a seasoned vet. You know, but with the stuff we're gonna talk about today is more related to the real reality of things and how the rest of your life plays out here or don't play out here. That's what we're gonna get into. So first and foremost, I appreciate you dropping that gesture for your Savior, for your way, and you got the freedom of speech to do so. Do your thing, okay? Like a chicken wing, flapping around all day and ain't flying nowhere. But do your thing, okay? The Major's coming real with some real stuff. And if that's your real, do your real. So we're gonna get into the topic, man. I was waiting. I want to wait to see if a couple of more people will chime in, see if we can get 50. If we don't get 50 up in here in the next minute or so, I'm just gonna go in on the topic, and we're gonna get popping. Like I always tell you guys, like I'm in the studio, we dropping some bars and making some new beats. So. And I'm sorry I'm rubbing my eyes. I just used some eye drops, dry eye drops, and it kind of makes it a little sticky. So y'all gonna have to excuse me for doing that, but whatever. Y'all know I'm real, so this is how we come. But yo, let me see. We got 33. Okay, whatever. Let's go. Let's roll. They had to catch the playback. Oh, we got 37. If you guys are in the chat, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, so I know You in the land of the living right now. Let's thumbs up it. Let's pop that thing like it's hot. And let's keep it moving. Alley Cat, I'm gonna get to you in just a minute. Man, I can see them words pretty clear. The further the phone is, you know, I got 20/20, but up close, that over 50 thing kicking in, I can't even see the stuff, but I can see what y'all talking about right now. Okay, so, all right, Ethiopia is in the house. That's what's up. Mississippi, that's what's going on. All right, so here we go. Let's parlay this information. All right, so first and foremost, I can use scriptures or sayings or catchphrases any way I need to get my message across. So with me knowing about the book, the Bible, and I did that for quite a while in my past, there's a lot of things I got information on. So don't think you're the only one that got it. Other people do, but other people don't cycle through and went somewhere else, yada, yada, yada. Okay, simplify. That's what's up, Smoke. What is it, Smoked Shaman? Simplified Devil Dog. All right, that's what's up. All right, so here we go. So I put that title up, 2030, okay? 7 years from 2023. Yo, this is 1/23/23, right? I'm actually 1/24/23 because now I'm in the next day ahead of you guys because I'm over here in Vietnam. But yesterday, 1/23/23. What them numbers mean? I don't know. You can't get them numbers very often. You can't get 23 and 23 or 22 and 22 that often. So you should pay attention to some numbers and don't start shooting the messenger with, oh, that numerology stuff, that's Bobby Boucher, is of the devil, that's wicked, man. Look, numbers is everywhere. Everything you do is related to a number, some type of character. I don't care what you did, what you do. I bet you pay attention to them numbers when it's your bank account. And then so people will say, oh, numerology, that's evil. Stop counting your money then. Don't use no numbers. I mean, it's all there. Somebody already created that system, so it is what it is. But look, the numbers mean things, so you can check into what the number 2 mean and the number 3 mean. Yep, you're gonna have to type in numerology so you can get understanding of what those numbers may mean. Now, 2023, 2030. Y'all have heard of 2030, the Agenda 2030. Y'all have heard of, I hope y'all have heard, been digging around enough to know what they planning for 2030. If you don't know, I'll give you a brief synopsis, overview, and then I'll give you some things you could go research yourself real quick. So the brief overview of 2030 is they want to have a new type of world in motion, pushing forward for the future, the one that they're creating the future for. So these people that are creating the future for me and you would end up calling them a god. They are creating something that you're going to have to deal with later. So when you get into talking about deities and God, little g, big G, all these G's, the Greek word God is nothing but a title. The word Lord is a title they still use in England to this day. So Lord Buckingham, Lord Rock, all these lords and governors and so on and so forth. So these are titles, these are British titles that have been concreted in throughout society to make you reference certain types of deities that they created for you to reference. I hope you get that part. So anyway, 2030, they got, look, they've been planning this. I keep telling y'all in these videos, these lives, they've been planning this. They don't just pop up yesteryear. And you know what? I think we're going to, poof, let's build a whole new city out in the middle of the desert to house 9 million people. You don't just do that. You know how long it takes to draw that out? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this stuff don't just randomly occur just because somebody woke up with a dream one morning. So now you got 2023 and then you got 2030, their agenda. And I'll get more into detail of what they're doing, not what they're about to do, what they're doing, what's being did right this moment, okay? Just so you're aware how to fashion your thoughts forward, because if you're gonna be here, it's gonna be here, and either you're gonna fight the power or you're just gonna be like, yo, I'm just living my life. That's what I'm gonna show you how some of this stuff seems together, okay? You can make your own sense of it later, but I'm gonna give you the speaking points and the talking up. So 2023, 2030, from now till then is exactly 7 years. Bible, book of Revelation, 7-year period, 3.5 years, Antichrist thing, 3.5 years. You see what I'm saying? So, what you're going to ask me next is like somebody already did. Oh, the Bible must be real. Oh, well, it's a real book, just like it's a whole bunch of real books I can open and read. Unfortunately, it's for most of us, for humankind, it's a well thought out, abstract slash, oh boy, full of allegories. It's a well thought out encasement tool, and religions all over the world have been synonymous with. When I say the word religion, that's different than spirituality. So religions, man-made, conscripted rules, regulations, bylaws, follow this way or else kind of stuff. Because nature will give you if you do too much bad, it will do it back to you. It lets you know, oh, you ain't supposed to do that. But man has taken that stance and said, oh, well, I'm gonna put this stuff in place, and I'm gonna let you know that you report to me, and you don't follow this route. Well, guess what? This is what's gonna happen to you. So, 7 years, tribulation period, 3.5. All this disaster and stuff's gonna happen. Everybody's scared. Oh, it's really happening now. Well, it is happening now. But I'm here to tell you, just like they can plan just like they are building in Saudi Arabia right now. It's called the facility is called The Line. It's like 170 kilometers. It's like 80, 90 miles long building. It's a sideways skyscraper made out of glass. Can house 9 million people. Everything that you could ever imagine you want to do in life is inside there. Okay? That means the doctor, the schools, the food, everything is on the street right there. You walk out your little pod and poof, you're in La La Land. You ain't got to go nowhere. Everything retina scan, all this stuff. Just like them old movies, okay? The Minority Report, that's one of them. There's another movie called The Island. You can go check that out. These old movies, they already scripted ahead what they're gonna do. It's funny how it all coincides with the Bible. Anyway, we'll get kind of into that, but that's the one book that I can say that they print out of the place called England, London, England. You got Suffolk, you got Cambridge. Check your Bible, see where it was printed. It probably is never going to say USA. There may be some now, but for the most part, all your books, the Bible, were printed from that region only. That's where they originated from. That's where English originated from. So if you don't go research what England is about, and I don't the name England or Great Britain or Europe, okay, if you don't go research where those groups originated and combined from, who they were, all those different groups that you see in the movies right now, like that movie 300, or what's the other movie? There's a whole bunch of Lionheart and all kinds of movies they keep making and that they have made. Those movies actually discuss exactly what they were fighting for, and it was the Holy Wars was about whose religion was going to be the prominent world religion, because they knew once they controlled the hearts of the people, they control the world. So it's not fully there yet, because there's a lot of Buddhism or Buddhist backed countries. There's a lot of Krishna still out there. There's a lot of this and that still going around. So they don't have it locked down religiously, but they got enough of a toehold that it's pretty deep, because the Vatican, the Vatican, that's a country with a king. The one just died. They got to put another one there. He's already in there. These are kings. They got y'all like Allen Iverson messing around, crossing over on you, twisting your ankle up. You done fell on the floor. Like, ooh, he twisted me up. Yeah, they twisted you up because they got you thinking he's a humanitarian. Look, anytime a standing president in the world, anywhere in the world, go and visit that person, they got to kiss that pinky ring finger. Why? He's a king, a real live powerful king. They got you thinking he just waving, smile away, boys. Hey, he's in this little funny looking car. You know, he doesn't wear too much this, that. He's just a real simple guy. Love the children. Y'all know that backstory. They love the children. They love the little kids. And so this is always the outer image, just like the Queen of England. Always the outer image. Nice old lady, got some diamonds on, looking real dapper all the time. And she doesn't hurt or harm anybody. She's just chill, groovy, and it's all jiggy with it. Yo, that's a real live queen that's been ruling for that long since she was a little girl, and her parents instilled in her, this is how you rule. You rule with an iron fist. Oh, but the iron fist start making them rebel against us, so we got to come up with another rendition of the iron fist. Let's give them social services. Let's give them Medicare. Let's give them, EBT cards. That'll calm them down. Shoot, they ain't gonna bite the hand and feed them that much, are they? This is how that all works. So, hop, skip, and jump. Let's go back. 2023, 2030, 7 years, okay? Yeah, we about to experience some off-the-wall craziness, even more craziness. So, yeah, you're going to have to be aware that that is something that can take place. And if you still want to be here, who knows if we really want to be here when all hell breaks loose. That's yet to be seen. You're going to have to be somewhat prepared mentally first, not physically, mentally first, to handle any type of diversity that comes your way. If you're a certain racial group or whatever, you might, shoot, I already been handling them crazy. Well, I'm public enemy #1 anyway, so whatever. You might already have some training. You just got to put that at the front of your thoughts and be like, okay, all right, whatever hand I get dealt, we're going to play it, okay? That's part of the solution. But let's get more into the story so I can get you some more details as to this thing that's playing out. So, part of it is the book, the Bible. I'm going to go back to that because I keep stressing this so y'all can do more due diligence. But when you in the book, you can't do no due diligence because the only book you can do diligence in is the one that's in your hands. You can't get out of the box. I already know it because I was there. I did it for 20 years. So I know. I have my own experiences with it. Some people come to me and say, oh, you need Jesus to be your Savior and stuff. Hey, more power to you. Do your thing. Like I said, don't stop doing your thing because I'm saying what I'm saying. But then don't come on my channel and you know what I'm talking about, and then you're trying to turn me this way or turn me that way. It ain't going to happen. So I would suggest save that energy for someone else who doesn't know what's right or left in this world. Give them that. Maybe that'll help them get to the next level. And all of this stuff was designed to help you get to the next level of your existence. But now, of course, man has controlled it so much that the spirituality aspect of all of the religions has been so severely tampered with. You can't even which way is up. That old Richard Pryor movie. Which way is up? You know which way is up because they done tampered with all the evidence and all of the artifacts and all this. That's why they got the Smithsonian, the Institute, to house all the artifacts that they go and pillage and take. They remove from society so you can't get a whiff of what was actually going on and what this device did or so on and so forth. That's why they showed you on Raiders of the Lost Ark. They showed you that big old building. Remember he flipped the switch on and all the lights went boom, 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 boom. And it looked like for miles, all you can see is a warehouse full of crates, boxes and crates, and they put the Ark of the Covenant in there. They trying to show you right there on film and evidence to you and using the disclaimer law, and it's kind of like these certain laws that exist in the earth. They already know these natural laws. Before you can apply some type of force over humanity, which is a high value asset, should be the highest value asset anywhere in existence, right? They have to disclaim to you that this is a real thing. So they do these movies to show you and me, this is a real thing. Y'all was entertainment. Oh, we tricked y'all. We got y'all with that. These been legal disclaimers. Oh, you watched the movie? Your Netflix account? Oh, we know exactly what you're watching. We got it all recorded. We know exactly what you've been watching. We know exactly what you've been doing because you got your account and you pay every month, so on and so forth. Yeah, you watched the disclaimer. You watched Raiders of the Lost Ark 15 times, so we know you really got the information that you need to allow us to do what we're going to do to you next. So you can't say, oh, y'all didn't tell me, because yeah, we did. Remember that movie? Yeah, I watched. That was pretty cool. That was the disclaimer. Okay, that's how they get down. That's part of the playbook now. Okay. So you got Raiders of the Lost Ark, this big old warehouse. They put the Ark of the Covenant in there in a box. Why do they show you it's in a box covered up with a stamp on it amongst thousands and thousands and thousands of other boxes? What's the breakdown of that one clip? How many pieces can we pull out of that so I can stamp on your forehead that this is real stuff going on? Okay, one, they got it boxed in a box. This is the Ark of the Covenant of God, the one thing that is all powerful to a lot of people, the word God, right? They put one of the cherished assets of God in a box, in a warehouse. So what is that proving to people? What is that showing you? Well, to me, my opinion was they controlled the power of God right there in that clip. Now, some of y'all gonna get mad, hey, Major, you're going too far. No, I'm talking about the movie clip, man. Y'all gotta be real folks and get this thing. So, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, yo, I don't know what to tell you. So, the box, sealed, Ark of the Covenant in there, locked down. Can't nobody else see it. Can't nobody else investigate it. Can't nobody else use it. Can't nobody gain access to it. What does that tell you? They got control of certain systems. Now, it's more, evidently, there's more secrets they disclose to you in that one clip because they put it in there with all the rest of the stuff. Meaning, oh, there's more stuff that's powerful we got hold of. It's in a box too. It's contained as well. So what they're trying to show you is, one, we one-upped your God. Two, we got control of the information surrounding your God. And three, you ain't got access to it. We do. That's what they're trying to disclaim to you. So that's my rendition of that movie clip, Raiders of the Lost Ark, all these treasures. All now, they got more than one Smithsonian in the whole planet. That's just one storage shed full of stuff. They got them in other countries too. Each country got their own humongous whatever they got of all these artifacts. That's why you got the movies, Tomb Raiders and all that stuff, okay? So, let's hop, skip, and jump forward. That was just a breakout of that one piece of information so that you can see what they're doing. They're doing things right in front of you when you watch these movies to show you that this is what we're doing. This is what we did, and we're going to show you some truth. We're going to mix it with a little fiction and a little, excitement and some outlandish stuff to entertain you, but throughout the core of the flick, we're showing you exactly what we're doing, what we've done, and what we're going to keep doing. So, 7 years, tribulation period, the Bible. Let's intertwine that into the conversation of things. Okay, so the same people that gained access to the printing press to control the actual equipment that could print documents. Okay, those people originated out of England. Now, Asia probably had their own. Asiatic peoples probably already had their own printing press. We're only talking about England and English because, world history in America started about 1492. If you go back and look at your books anywhere, you can go dig through any kind of books throughout America. It's going to be real hard to find anything that says prior to 1492. Why is that? Because that's when they started meshing over the society that was already here. So you say they burned the Bibles of this nation. Well, they came in and burned whatever books they had from those nations that we were already involved in the culture of, okay? So this is the playbook playing out. When they take over, when you conquer another nation, you swoop in there. You get the chiefs out of the way, okay? You get the elders out of the way. Now everybody's like a colony of ants. They ain't got no leader. They all scattering and don't know what to do. They can't march in a straight line no more. Now it's easy pickings from there. Now it's just a matter of numbers, taking down the numbers now so we can fully overtake this whole thing. Okay, so that's what's been going on, and that's what's continuing to go on. And what I'm saying is, that's why you can't reference any other material in America regarding what I'm talking about. The only one you can reference is the Bible. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your only historic book of who begat who begat who begat who begat who begat who. That's a family history book showing you the different children of the children of the children of the children, and ain't none of them got names you and me got, and ain't none of them from the region me and you was actually from. So you got a book that you're basing all your hopes and aspirations on, possibly, that someone else made, that actually conquered your peoples, actually made this book during the Holy Wars times. They were already in creation of this new language and of this new style of writing and so on and so forth, so that they could proliferate different regions with their way of doing God. Because once you control what people believe, what they see in themselves as the real or the higher than themness, you don't have to put on top of there that, oh, I'm the deity. You just have to say it's called this and it's called that. As long as you control what their thoughts are, you are the God over those people. You are the creator of their existence now, because now they're following the religion to such a high degree. I said the religion, I didn't say the spirituality components. They're following the religion to such a high degree that you can't tell them nothing else but that book or that version or that way. And just like they put the Ark of the Covenant in that box, they put you in the same box in the shape of the book. You can't get out of it. So if you were to actually, and I'm not talking against you like you're doing anything wrong. It's a very deep programming situation that's been going on. They've been that part right there. You got to get an epiphany thing going in your own life and wake up to the fact that you've been programmed. When you're in Christianity, when you're in Islam, when you're in, what else? There's some other things, but just say Islam, Christianity, more power to you. Y'all still my peoples. I'm not saying we're not peoples, but you notice that those books segregate folk. You can't never come together. So herein lies one of the problems. You're segregated all the time. Well, what does a conqueror do to those who he's conquering? He gotta separate folk, because you're too powerful if you come together. Common sense. I ain't saying nothing crazy, nothing diabolical, nothing evil right there. Just if people can't get together, then you limit the capability and their power. You limit all of the capabilities. They can't coordinate. What they do in a government structure, they all together. They all on the information, top down, yo, do this, and then they get to working on it. Like a colony of bees, like an anthill, okay? What the anthill look like? A pyramid, right? They got a hill, boom. Where you think this stuff come from? It come from nature. Even the ants build pyramids. And y'all are like, oh, pyramids don't mean nothing. Okay, well, the ants got such a tight infrastructure, they be working together so tough, it's hard to beat them. Yeah, you might kill some of us, but you ain't gonna get us all. And that's how governments work. What they got us doing? I don't like you. You look funny. You're a different color. Your culture is, we don't do that. I don't like your food. But they got you so separated, so chopped up, within program, chopped up. You got the religious program, you got the financial program, you got the culture program, you got the, what else program? You got the racial program, you got the all lives matter, black lives matter, green lives matter programming. You got all this crazy stuff going on simultaneously, all in an effort to box you in totally to the point where you just sitting there like this. When all the stuff start happening, you'll be like, I ain't got no help. I'm all on my own. That's the whole point. So the book do that too. The book makes you all on your own. Why? Because you're depending on God to come save you. You've already been created to save yourself. And what I mean by that is, if you can call on God or a God to save you, anyone you want to pick, to come save you from something, and you're not required to do anything but just call that name, try doing that when you get pulled over by a cop, get that traffic ticket. See what happens. Call on your God to save you from that traffic ticket, or from getting arrested for something you didn't do. Call on your God, see if it stops the arrest. More than likely, it's not going to happen, because reality-based stuff and spirit and religious-based stuff are two different worlds. Now, if you got spiritual-based and reality-based, you might have something popping. But because they inserted the religion one, you're just in hopes of something occurring for you. You're hoping, you're having faith. Faith is a word you need to go look the definition up. Belief and faith. Go look those two up in the Black's Law Dictionary. I ain't gonna even tell you, because half people don't believe me anyway. Go look that up and then tell me what you see about the word belief. You could probably look on the regular Webster's Dictionary and figure it out too for yourself. Like I said, they changed the definitions. They know when people catch on to things, so they keep craftfully changing things from this to that, slowly removing the word I, slowly removing the word is or our, and they replace it with something else, and it'll change the whole system of things, how you think, what they're trying to convey to you. But anyway, 2030 is coming. If you live long enough to get to 2030, what's coming is this. So now we're going to wrap it back around to the tribulation period, book of Revelation thing, okay? So, and in 2030, the plan has been for a while, unbeknownst to us, the new way to, the new way to govern humans, these beings that we got our thumb on, that are just as powerful as us. They just don't have the information like us. They got more love in their heart than more ruthlessness in their heart, right? So that's how they one up you. All you got to do is be evil, and you can one up people who have natural love capabilities. You one up that real quick, okay? All you got to do is be ruthless and don't care, and you can step up real quick in this third dimension. So I'm not playing that game. I'm never going to do that. So that's why I do what I do now. But 2030, all over the earth. Here's crazy. You can see it how you want to see it. I'm just telling you how I see it. So you got this new heaven and the new earth that's supposed to come, right? Okay. How is that going to happen? If they do a nuclear war, they blow everything up, boom, 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 boom. How's that going to happen? It ain't going to happen no time soon. Who's going to be around to be available for the new heaven and the new earth part? I don't know. I don't think nobody's going to be around. They're going to have to start, going to have to breathe life into some more dirt that ain't radiated and make some more humans or something. But if that happens, supposedly all bets is off. So then the book wouldn't really coincide with 2030. But here's why I believe it coincides, why I know it coincides with 2030 instead of believe. My opinion is, and this is all for educational purpose, entertainment purpose, whatever you want to call it. Major is no scholar on any subject. I'm just a dude trying to be a dude, trying to be another dude, trying to get my paradigm shifts on and get up out of this contaminated frequency we in. That's what my goal is to rise above what's been scripted to me. So anyway, you got 2030. They building. Okay, let me tell you what they building. In Saudi Arabia, they're building a facility called The Line. If you go look it up, just Google Saudi Arabia building new city. This thing is 80, 90 miles, maybe almost 100 miles long, okay? 100 miles long, made of glass. It's a sideways skyscraper, can house 9 million folk. Like I said before, everything in there you could ever want to do in life, in the life that's been programmed for you to believe you can do, is already in there. You ain't got to walk but a couple of clicks, everything, school, hospital, but everything right there. Okay. To get from one end of the city to the other end of the city, take like 5 minutes on their little rail system. So you can travel the whole place in 5 minutes. Be like, wow, I'm 100 miles away, 5 minutes power. This is awesome. Okay, I didn't waste any time. Okay, and then no cars in the city. It's all self-contained. Now, let me hip you to this information. It's already being built. They plan for it to be fully finished in 2050. Oh, how you spending, 500 billion, almost, actually gonna spend $1 trillion before it's all over with, and you're already forecasting a 2050 will be in existence? That's pretty, they got information we don't have. So you gotta look at the clues. They building the city, can hold 9 million folk. All them folk, we don't know how they gonna get them together. It's probably gonna be the Richie Riches of the area. 9 million of them. This is just like the movie, 2012. Remember 2012? And towards the end of the movie, you find out that the rich people, the billionaires, they get a little bleep on their phone. They're like, that's the get off Earth phone. It's coming. We got to go. Okay, the movie 2012. They already were privy to the information and paid $1 billion each to get on those arcs. They called them the arcs, and they had like 5 or 6 of them. They were building them all in China on the movie, because China the only one that could get down like that and puff, puff, puff the magic dragon something into existence. Poof, it's there. These gigantic ships hold all these people, all these high-end essential people that they get to pick who's essential. And those are the ones that be saved. Everybody else on the planet dead. They gonna be dead, okay? So if you ain't essential personnel and you ain't already a billionaire and you can't pay for your ticket, see, follow the money. It always comes down to the money, man. These people are the only core, I forgot the word I was gonna use, but the only core thing you can really tie to them is it's always about the control first, the power, then the money. They use the money to gain more power. Okay, so that's why you follow the money, and then you can find where the powerhouse is, who's controlling that, because that's going to be your top tier. So anyway, they load them up on the ships, yada, yada, yada. You didn't get notified unless you paid for the ticket to get up out of there, and that's exactly what these cities are probably going to be like. That one's off in the desert in Saudi Arabia. So you best believe whatever's in the plans for warfare moving forward ain't gonna have nothing to do with that area, okay? They're not gonna radiate that area, because this is the agenda playing out. This is the 2030 agenda thing. They doing it right. It's already happening. They might even have people already living up in there. So they got one that's going into America. The billionaire cat that's one of the heirs of the Walmart family, Mark something, whatever his name is, he's doing the same thing in America. It's going to span, Idaho, Arizona, Texas, and Nevada. His facility is another $400 or $500 billion. It's funny how Saudi Arabia is spending $400-500 billion, and then to build this facility in America, $400-500 billion. How do they come up with the same numbers on 2 different continents with different types of work, people, and employees, and how do they come up with the same type of investment? Because it's planned. Follow the money. I keep telling y'all, when you go in the Bible, follow the money. Follow the money. They had tax collectors back then, right? Why you think they got tax collectors right now? Huh? They the one who wrote the book, okay? They got to put fear in you all the time. So even when you read the Most High book you think you're reading, you got to pay taxes. Yep, the government is on God's shoulders, and he takes care of all that. Then why am I still paying taxes if I'm a follower of the Most High, the creator of everything? Why am I paying? Why am I subject to? I don't have no membership card like these billionaires do to get on the ark so they can say I ain't got, wait a minute, I thought I'm with the highest crew on the planet, right? If I'm following that, right? So then why are we at the bottom? And there ain't no song down there called Started at the Bottom, Now I'm Here, because you ain't never came up. We still on the same train ride, just strumming along, waiting for somebody to do something for us. That's what we doing. So that's not going to work out too well. We got to be involved with doing the stuff ourselves. So I'm just here as a messenger to break out some details so that you can take a few notes, go look up some stuff, research, do your own due diligence. My brain don't work well with just, how should I say, because I've been an entrepreneur so long, That's why I talk like I do. So if you can't follow it, I get it. But in my mind, everything is real easy to see. I know that's not the normal way of doing things, how I speak, but grab what you can grab and then go research the stuff you grab. That's enough. Because I'll be talking for like an hour, yo, and I'm spitting a lot of information. Just one thing I'm talking about, you could probably do enough due diligence to last your whole life. If you go look up the Council of Nicaea in regards to the Bible, go look up that information, Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, and how they formulated who was going to be the Savior. If you want to go find the information on how many Messiahs have been documented in history, there's more than just one that's been documented in his story that was of a virgin birth, immaculate conception, and also born on December 25th. Go look that up. Just know that the Gregorian calendar and this calendar and that calendar, they done tweaked with all that stuff in an effort to, in advance, outdo humanity to keep us under control, man, and it's working. So the same playbook they've been using for 2,000 years, they still using right now. They just put more on top of it. They just amp it up. So this is the part that you got to get involved in. You got to go do your due diligence. Now, if you go to your Quran, or if you go to your Bible, or you go to your Talmud, or whatever book you read, and it don't matter which one you go get, as long as it's a book printed by man, you say this is the inspired word of God. Okay, if it is, a man had to print it, write it down in the language that they chose to put it in, right? Because me and you can't read Greek. Me and you probably can't read Hebrew. Some of y'all can. Some of y'all studied it and got that thing under wraps. But for the rest of the populace, you can't read none of that. So they had to train you first that English was your language. You didn't just have that coming out of your mama's stomach. Come out talking about, yo, what's up? Yeah, what's skipping? You didn't say that. You had to be taught all, let's keep it copacetic, mama. Shoot, give me some milk. You had to be taught all of that. Let's not be silly. And like I told y'all, don't be making no stupid comments at your age, not your shoe size. And go do some due diligence of your own. Okay, so, y'all know I got that from print. So, anyway, make sure that you do go research some stuff, just so you get your mind clear. Because, there again, how many levels of peaceful thought can you attain while you here? How many levels of, I'm controlling exactly what I want to do from here, okay? It ain't showing up out here yet, maybe, but right here, I'm working this room. I'm sure I got this on lock, and you can't get in because you ain't got the key. How many levels have we attained there? The chaos and all of the destruction that's going to come and all this stuff, the yada, yada, yada. The book, the Bible, okay, the tribulation period. So, we were talking about that. All this stuff that's supposed to come that was discussed by a cat named Daniel. I don't know if that's credible because I didn't think that back in the day when they was calling Melchizedek, and Jehoshaphat, and Yahshua, and all these other names that used to be pronounced a certain way. I don't know how we hop, skip, and jump in a New Testament, and then everybody, Daniel, Michael, Mitch, Susie, so on and so forth. Joe, Joseph, all these names changed. The sounds, they became very Europeanish. That's all I can say is the truth because it's in the book. So just critical thinking skills, critical thinking skills will let you know real quick that something's wrong right there. How we go from all of this old school and we stopped and then we went new school and everything changed. But that also lets you know that's how the system works. That's how the playbook works. If I'm responsible for writing the playbook for how you think, I'm going to keep you locked in as many compartments as I can because I already know based on, I'm just saying this hypothetically, I'm not pointing at me, I'm talking about somebody who's up here controlling everything, the puppet masters. This is how they're thinking. Okay, they're thinking like this. Now that we got our lineage, our families have conquered different parts of Europe and now we over here conquesting this, and then we going over here doing this and doing that. And we all group together with these other groups, and if you wage war against one of us, we all come get you. We got that going on now, and we controlling a lot of most everything. Okay, we got a couple of more kingdoms we need to step on and squish out so we can get it fully locked down. But other than that, we got this thing popping. Okay, if you come from a culture and a society, secret, okay, and this is your way of thinking, is we only use people as pawns to get what we want. We only need them as far as we need them for that purpose. If we don't have them, we don't have no one to rule over, so that's why we need them. But we can start manufacturing a little better type of person to put our thumb on by, look, let's let some people that are impoverished come up into a country that's not impoverished. Let's keep the border open. Let people just keep swarming up in there. Let's create this whole situation where we can start programming the new people coming in, because they're going to be the future of this area. They're going to be our worker future for this area. They're going to produce, what was that book, what was the movie called with Matt Damon? Somebody got to throw that on the screen. Matt Damon, right? And he was not born. It was the other movie where it looked like they was in America and everything was like slums. It just ran through my mind. It ran out. That thought had Nikes on it. Had some Jordans on there. It jumped up out of my mind. Somebody gonna post it on the screen. But the movie depicted the planet was all, not the Book of Eli. That was with, that's not Matt Damon. The Book of Eli is, what's his face? But Matt Damon was in this movie, and the earth looked all jacked up. The water was dirty. And then the rich people had, up in the sky, they had like a space station. Okay, somebody gonna post the name in a minute. Elysium, that's what's up. Elysium. I want y'all to think through that movie real quick, and if you didn't see it, you need to write this down. Go watch it. Elysium. You're watching this for information, not for entertainment. You're trying to go, what they trying to tell me here? Watch Elysium. Watch the movie The Island. Watch Minority Report. That'll sum up about 3/4 of what's, all the rest of the movies are going to add to that. But now that it's being said to you as an educational piece and not an entertainment piece, now your mind will be focused for looking for clues instead of looking for, oh, I'm scared, ooh, that was action, ooh, blah, blah, blah. Action junkie mode. You don't want to be there. You want to be sitting back trying to depict what's really being told here through the storyline. So, Elysium, everybody poor. Everybody just roughing it out. The earth looked ransacked. They got all these encampments of workers and stuff, okay? Everything dirty. You still got your cats out there, the hackers and people who got technical skills and can make stuff happen. So they got their little underground thing going on, their little black market. But for the most part, everything's under control on the earth. Up there, somewhere, is the big old space station. All the rich people got mansions. So coincide that with the Bible. In my house are many mansions. Okay? They telling you right here, if they're the writer of the book, they telling you who they're referencing as the God is. So they got these they got one space station, and all these wealthy people live in absolute peace, tranquility, and everything. Do I need to leave? You okay? Okay. And tranquility, right? So as the movie plays out, the rich people got their mansions, got their beautiful life. Everybody on earth is destitute, working for companies that build robots. Who they build robots for? Rich people all over the world, so that the robots was the cops. The drones was the police force. They had everything on lock where you can't even scratch your ass without somebody knowing about it, okay? So that's how deep they had this thing going. Their water was dirty, so everybody's getting sick all the time, but they don't care. They just need you long enough to do some work, okay? So then Matt Damon if you see through the movie, they find out, of course, that they got a machine up there on the space station, which they can see from the ground. I want you to take note of that. They can actually see that space station in the sky from the ground, as if it's in their same atmosphere. That's another clue you need to write down. So if you way out of space, how can I see you? If I can see you, that means you're in the atmosphere, the same as the sun appears to be and the same as the moon appears to be. I'm just saying, critical thinking, maybe formulate some other thoughts, yada, yada, yada. It don't have to be what they programmed us with that has to be the reality of you. You can create your own storyline, your own script, and run that one out. Okay, so here they are. They got the machine up there. You lay down in it, and it heal your whole body. It find out what's wrong with you, heal you instantly. But they never would give that to the masses. So Matt Damon, guess what he is in the movie? He's almost the Jesus Christ the Savior. Okay? Now, is people still around? After this cataclysmic thing happened in the movie, why everything is like it is there? He becomes the Savior because he actually gets cooked in a machine, radiated. He about to die. They give him some pills and say, go on home. You're going to die anyway. That's what the company said. This is how the rich people think. You're going to die anyway. Here's a couple of pills. You're fired. Go home and die. So he gets with one of his guys. They said, well, since you're going to die, we might as well suit you up like a robot. I got this technology put on you. You can go do this and do that. So he does it, ends up living longer. Anyway, he becomes, I'm hop, skipping, and jumping through the movie like really bad, so you're going to have to go watch the movie. I'm paraphrasing like crazy. He ends up becoming the Savior because they hijack a ship, one of the shuttles, that goes back and forth between down here on the ground and up there where the rich folks is. And they up there watching everything on the ground from their computers and their screens. They got it on lock. Now, you would think, they up there, you can't get up there. Yo, just let them be. Nah, guess what? They still control it. Even though they up there living well, far away from anyone who could touch them, they still are scared because they know the capability of humans. This is the part that becomes interesting. This is why they still have to have the thumb of God on top of your head, because they know if these humans start building that tower, up high enough, they can reach up there to us. That's in the book, the Bible too. It's building a tower, and somebody had to destroy the tower because whoever was building the tower was getting close to God. How is that possible? But okay, I digress. Let's keep it moving. Go figure that out yourself. So they build in the tower. Whatever it is that gets you from here to there to them, they still on defense. They still on got their ships lined up, got their guns ready to rock in case anybody get loose. We coming at you. Why are they so scared? Because they know if one person breach, all of them can breach. Because all I got to do is teach you how I breach, and then hear everybody coming. So they hijack a ship. He gets sent up there to the actual Elysium, the place where all the rich folks and where the governing people are governing the earth, or that area of the earth, America. And he actually gets in there. He actually ends up trading his life out in exchange for some computer program the dude put in him, changing his life out so that all of the ships that had they had medical ships with those machines in them, got deployed to the earth. And then all the people that were sick, they was putting their kids in there, and then they were living longer because it was healing all their diseases and their sicknesses and so on and so forth. So this is in a movie. And if you break any of this information down, you're going to see the Bible all up in there. How is that possible that they doing the story matched to the other story? How is it a savior? How is Neo the savior in the Matrix? Why him? Why is it all? And hey, look, don't get offended. It's just how the movie, look, I'm only talking about reporting what they put in there, so I can only describe the stuff they put in there, but I can ask these questions because I'm a critical thinker. So why is it that they always have the savior a white male? Go figure that out. How does that parlay into programming? How does that that depicted by what a lot of Americans still have on their wall as Jesus is a white male with blue eyes. So don't touch that picture. Oh no, you thought I was just holy. You about to find out. You touch my picture on the wall of my Savior. What's about to happen to you? Some words gonna come out of my mouth you ain't never heard before, because we're gonna have some problems out here. Okay, there's still a lot of people still doing that. It's programmed for you to be that way. It's programmed for you to see that way. The whole structure is control. So this is my opinion. This is how I apply it to my life now. I done been through the Christianity thing. I done been through this. I done been through that. But now I'm kind of like, yo, there's more out there. I'm out of the box. So now my job is to go research, go find out, go to this country, go to that country. I'm coming to Ethiopia. Trust me, I'm gonna be there. So I want to find out about the stuff in Ethiopia. So those stories are still on the ground. The only place they ain't on the ground is in America. They done did a doozy on us. Everybody. I don't care you white, you black. Y'all believe y'all something y'all ain't. Brown people, black people, they believe they something they ain't. Hispanic people know who they is. They come over there, get that money, and go back to Mexico. More power to you, my Spanish brothers and sisters. So look, a lot of people, Asians, know who they are. They setting up cities in America. They got whole blocks and blocks full of their own banks. You can't even read the signs on the thing because it's in Korean. Or they got their own churches. They got the, come on, man. So everybody know who they is to some degree, more than most of the people in America know who they is. And that's a problem, because that's how they keep pulling the wool over your eyes, because you say the veil has been lifted. Nah, the blanket been pulled. They still pulling over the eyes of folk and the ears. So, all I can do is report how I see these things. 2030, the agenda is a real thing. It's happening, so I can't say it's gonna happen. Should you be scared? Why? Why bother? So here's how it works. This is how I beat to my own drum. I'm gonna tell you a secret, major version of how I do life, which I just started getting to this level not too long ago. It's not like I've been living my whole life like this. I'm in the same stuff y'all was in. I just kind of transferred up out of there because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I ain't got time for my existence to be sick and tired all the time. Why bother with that? I'm supposed to be vibrant, moving around, doing what I need to do when I want to do it and how I want to do it, and that's the way it needs to be, period. So that's the only reason for these conversations. Everywhere else you go restricts how you do that. Now, moving forward, as far as how you can actually, how should I say it? You got to be able to, first, like I told you in some other lives, if you follow any of the stuff I say, you got to be able to deprogram some of the stuff they done already put up in there, and that's a lot. You ain't gonna be able to get rid of all of it. There is no way. You can come back and live 15 other lives here on the same plan to deprogram. You ain't gonna get rid of all this junk in your trunk. So you got to get rid of the essential items that are stopping you from moving, being more mobile, or being more present. Okay? So how you do that is you go after certain line items and you focus on that, and till you get rid of them, get them out of your system. Then you can train yourself a new version of that same thing the way you want it to roll out. Your subconscious is being controlled. Your soul body up in here, your third eye, being controlled how you get to move through this environment they call the earth. That's why it's critical that they keep all of this stuff up to make sure that you're fully indoctrinated with other versions of reality, if that makes sense to you. They want as many versions as possible. They got to keep the rabbit holes being dug. It ain't just one rabbit hole no more. How deep does the rabbit hole go? You'd be like, damn, which one? I can't even tell. I don't know how deep they go. There's so many of them, I can't even get up in none of them. I'm just stuck on this one. So that's what's going on. So to break out of this stuff and to have some type of resolution, you got to resolve these issues with yourself. You gotta like really go in deep with you. Okay? Listen, if you're on the line, God or me, or do I do my, because even in religion, they have it ingrained so bad, trust me, I know, because I was there myself. I have firsthand 20 years worth of experience in it. That's a lot of years to be up in something and know it front and back, and then don't do it no more. So, a lot of people will say that's because you stopped following the Lord. And so, look, there again, I started researching. I've always been a why type of person. Why do I have to pay tithes? Is it offense for me to ask that, or just shut up and do it? Because y'all be fussing about everything else that happened to you in reality, but when it come out of the book, oh no, just got to do it because I love the Lord. Okay. Well, I can only point at that version because I've got experience in that version. I don't have experience in all these other versions, so don't take offense to it, y'all. I'm just spitting what I spit. That's what I know. So, but I can contrast going around the world with what version is in America versus what versions are out here. How can I do that? Because I'm traveling. I've been traveling. I know from experience now. I see other groups going, y'all don't know about that word, Jesus? Y'all don't know about the gospel? What you talking about, man? If they could speak my language, they'd be like, what you talking in, bro? What's that? What's that word mean? Oh, you mean that American stuff? Yeah, we don't do that. We got that out of our country a long time ago. What you mean? Well, our ancestors, that's why they had that war. What war? The War of 1812, whatever. I'm just making it up now. But I'm just paraphrasing. This ain't an actual situation. I'm just giving you dialogue to dialogue your brain with, okay? So, yeah, we got that out of here back then. That's what that revolution was about. Oh, I see. So tell me more. Yeah, well, the colonial people came over here and made friends with our ancestors and smoked a peace pipe and drunk some of our alcohol, did all this stuff. And then next thing you know, they was teaching our little kids this book. And we was like, what's this book? We couldn't read the book because we didn't know the language. So our kids were happy, laughing, and next thing we know, our children start speaking another language. Now we don't know what they're talking about. Hey, little Billy, ba 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 ba. What does that mean? Ba 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 ba. I don't know what my son's saying now. So this ain't cool. These foreigners coming up in here. Now our children, the next generation, start talking a different language. Phones, technology, start talking, using a different, you get it? You see how they play it in? You try to talk to your children now, and what they doing? Yeah. Only thing they gonna break for is if the battery low and they need to put it on charger, okay? All over the world this is happening, not just America, they doing it over here too. I have to tell little parents of these Vietnamese kids, like, hey honey, I tell my wife, translate this for me. Don't let their kids play with their phones too much. They think it's just keeping them busy so they can go on, and they don't think it's no harm to it. Yo, that's serious programming going on. How you know? Because now you can't even get your kids' attention unless you go smack them upside the head with a belt, hit them upside the head with a book, throw something at them, then they snap out of it. Then when they ain't got their phone, what they doing? They like a crackhead. This thing is programming, rewiring the circuitry of their being. You think it's innocent just watching a little cartoon? They're programming. Even holding the phone is electronically programming us to keep holding the damn phone, okay? That's what's going on. So, I'm thinking you gotta start thinking more. Not thinking through programs. How do you know you're thinking through programs? Because I just told you that's how we are programmed. Everybody. Stop thinking through programs as much. Change the script. Write your own script so you can get off the program. That's the only way you're going to be free. You're going to go all over the world, even though ain't no property tax in Vietnam on our house, okay? Ain't no property tax. You don't have to worry about if you don't pay your taxes in 3 years, they're going to come take your stuff, sell it on the auction block. You ain't getting taxed for sneezing over here. You ain't getting taxed for going to the bathroom. You're not paying all this tax upon tax upon tax. How can you know that that's true? Because I just told you, in this environment, that's what's going on. Like I just told you, the religious side, the same thing. Now, it's a Catholic church down the road. It's a big old Catholic church down there. Why I say Catholic? Because it's Catholicism. It ain't Christianity. Two different things. They spit off version from version from version to subvert the vision of all of those people that partake in it. So that's the whole goal, is to subvert who you really are through telling you who you really are. You have a master. You have someone that's over you. Who else had masters in history, sayings? Slaves had masters. Why do they use the word master? Call them master. Now, in martial arts, you would say sensei, master teacher, okay? But the word master means ruler over. You are actually your own ruler over. Your high place in your temple is here. Actually, it's infiltrated with some other dialogue that you didn't know was infiltration. You didn't know the enemy already infiltrated you. You just think this is how that works. This is how it works. When one culture overtakes another, they infiltrate to the deepest depths of the people, the culture, and everything. So I'm not just randomly saying this. This is, go research different countries. Go research a lot of countries in South America that got taken over by the Europeans, which are the British, which are the House of Essex. And if you go back further, you start looking at different names like Essex, ESX, ESSEX. You go look at all of the real names of the real countries with the real power. And then you start putting together, who the Vikings were. Why are they making these movies of this and that? And I just think it's a great action flick with swords and people dying everywhere and blood and gore and stuff. They're showing you how they get down in these movies. That's real stuff. And if you notice, I have point something out. If you notice all them Viking movies, all them like the 300 and all them movies, and I'm not trying to be racially biased or non-racial, whatever it is, I'm just, a spade is a spade is a spade is a spade. I don't care what you say, you can't, I saw what I seen, and that's how I see it. So you go watch the movie, you're gonna see the same thing if I break it out for you. I'm about to break it out for you right now. Go watch any of them Viking movies, any of them, what do you call them, Crusader type movies where you got Knights of the Round Table, Knights of the Temple, all that stuff, okay? Go watch any of that stuff and tell me, and you're going to be able to count on one hand, maybe 2 or 3 fingers, actually, how many brown or black folk you see in the movie. Crickets. Okay. Why is that? Why are they fighting all now? Some of the movies, like Robin Hood, they have one black knight. We always, and I say black so that the lingo that's used in America, you kind of flow with. I call me brown, they say black, okay, whatever. What's prevalent, I'll just use it when in Rome, do as the Romans do, whatever, just to get the point across. Black folk, okay, they have one black dude. Always get killed early in the movie. And that's just the truth, right? Now other people got killed too, other valiant soldiers, but black man don't never get to the end of the, never make it to the end of the movie unless your name is Denzel, last name Washington. George Washington's nephew. So unless you that guy, you always gone before the end of the movie. You forgotten, and he did all right until he got the arrow on the side of his neck. Then he's gone. So poof, the magic dragon, he's gone. Okay, so why is that? Why don't you see a lot of brown people running around on the streets? That's because that group already conquered the area, removed the aboriginals, and then they start multiplying and doing their thing and building up their forces. Okay? Their whole goal was to build up their forces. That's why they ever took over anything in the first place. Now you're looking at their forces being built up, and they got everybody bamboozled, because even if you look like them, you're not in with them. Even if you are Caucasian or call yourself white or whatever you want to call yourself, Irish, Ireland was full of black people. Back all the way up till 1800s. A lot of your land masses around Europe was all brown black folk, because Africa's right here. The top of Africa, they call it Europe now, and Asia, and so on and so forth. A lot of that was still Africa till they got a grip on it, and now it's their kingdom. So the whole point I'm making is not war me against you because you're a different color. It's just historical facts that I'm spitting here. And if you go research some of this stuff, you'll figure out, dang, Major was kind of right about that. He didn't say it the best, but yeah, he was kind of on the point with that. So this is the kind of stuff you got to go piece together for yourself. So why was there no brown people in these movies? Because they're depicting real information that they attained from all these old books and all this stuff where your Bible come from. Okay? If you notice, they got the cross on their shirt, on their armor. They got the red cross on there. Okay? I told y'all the red cross, the Knights of the whatever they're called are still prevalent. They just in organizational style now. They sit back and try to make you think they're gonna help you during a disaster. They the ones on the movies causing all the disaster, right? So this is the stuff that you go research instead of just watching the movies being, are you entertained? Are you entertained? Go find out why they are doing this, why they are wanting to show you this way. Why would they want to keep announcing to you what their history is? Now you go to a different country, they don't even play them kind of movies. They just got that stuff for America. Why? Why don't they have these movies in other parts of the world? There's a reason for that. So when I gotta keep everybody on lock, I gotta use all the weaponry I can use for their perception, and then not just locking down their physical, but because I got to get something out of them, so I can't lock them down. But within the lockdown, I got to give them some mobility. I got to make them feel like they're middle class, they in this class, that. I got to create these classes within the class, which wasn't no class. It was the chief, the grandmother, and then everybody else was under there. And then you maybe became the chief if you was next in line, so on and so forth. But now we in this big hyperbolic mess called life, and the way they got this thing set up is to keep you not only mentally trapped, physically trapped, keep you sick. Look, I don't need no help you putting some sickness on me, because one day I'm gonna just get it anyway. You ain't gonna get that many miles out of this body anyway. We only breathe in like 65 to 70% of real oxygen anymore anyway, so that's coming to an end as well. So there's a lot of information out there that they know, that you don't know, that I don't know. And these are why they make their moves the way that they make, because their whole goal is to sustain, continuity of government, COG, or the continuity of power, COP, which stands for cops, COP, continuity of power. So that's why we got cops around to keep our you get it? Okay. Keep up with me so you can get these things in your brain so you can kind of go, oh, that's what's going on. Yeah, they called the cops on me. The continuity of power services. Yeah, so they can keep power. Go research the Bar Association, the British, I forget what it means, B-A-R, bar. That's where the attorneys get their credentials from. They don't have a license, but they get their certification. That's the British. Why is everything British? We live in the United States of Great Britain, that's why. You can control countries from afar, unbeknownst to the dwellers of the country, that you control it. That's the whole playbook, that's the textbook game right there, is to take over countries, make it look like you didn't. Oh, we was just in there helping them because they was running out of food when you was the one burning the crops, right? We just helping them with food. Oh, we in there setting up more infrastructure, setting up more spies, and then we're gonna put somebody. We're gonna create the scenario where, a hero comes along in the form of a ruler for the people, and we're gonna actually let him win this revolution. Yeah, but he worked for us too. He worked for us. He just out front. These cats, billionaires, putting these new cities together. Puppets out front. They put you out front because your reputation precedes you. You the heir of Walmart. Okay, so you can all, yeah, he got that kind of money. He can build his own cities now. How do you get permits to build this? Do different states? What's the permitting process for this? You really think that the billionaire guy, can do all this just because he's got billions, build cities that span different states in America? You can't even put a pole barn up in your backyard without a building permit. But this dude can just, oh yeah, he can just roll like that because he got billions. He can go up over the government, right? So then why you got a government? That's foolish. They put them out front just like they put dictators out front for these different countries. And when these dictators get out of line or don't follow the storyline or the script, gotta go. Sorry. Adios, amigo. It's been nice knowing you, my friend. Vaya con Dios, okay? So that's how they get down, man. It's just how it works. So the sooner you wake up and know how it works, how they do in the playbook, the sooner you'll be involved in living life to the fullest while you got it. That's the whole point of this. I hate to be the bearer of good news or bad news. Let's say, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's time to really wake up and live your life. So, say, prepare for, do this, do that, the war is coming, all this stuff. You don't even know who the enemy is. You don't even know who the enemy is. Here you preparing to do something to somebody. Well, they gonna try to take my food. Okay, so why don't you live now, okay, your greatest life, and don't worry about that, because every time you keep recreating the idea that they gonna take my food, it's gonna show up on your doorstep eventually. It's gonna show up on your doorstep. They know this. I saw a prepper, I forget her name, she gets hundreds of thousands of views. She just posts one video, it's a white lady, preparedness. She posted a video 2 days, got 400,000 views. Her title was, I didn't even watch it. I knew where she was going just from the title. It said, are we being set up? Now, so why don't y'all Google, are you being set up on YouTube? Search that, see what her video pops up, see what she's talking about. Are we being set up? Hell to the year. You've been setting it up, did it? I've been telling y'all, it's the great fake out. It's the great setup, man. While you throwing your life away, minute to minute, worrying about all this stuff, you're helping create the actual stuff they want you to be encased by or dominated by. I can only say that so many times before I'm just gonna stop saying it. The things that everybody's thinking based on all of the marketing for what's coming, see, because they gotta, look, quite frankly, they gotta get folk out of the way for this new thing they're gonna do. You say, oh, we can fight that. You can't fight that. They already got over the countryside. They already guided you, so to speak. Instead of you being your own purpose-driven self and your own God, deity, personality, if the creator broke off a piece of himself or herself and then made you mean to tell me you're not even, you can't call yourself a God? That's blasphemy? So how is it that all your children got your last name and they kind of act like you or do something that you do, got your characteristics? Don't they say, oh, I'm a gardener, or I'm a this and that? They call themselves you too. Maybe not your first name, but your last name, right? So why is it that you can't call yourself a God without being blackballed or somebody thinking you crazy or something? If all the other gods keep leading me astray, me personally, I keep ending up here, there, and everywhere else, and it ain't ever where I want to be, at some point, that's where I need to fix at, because that's what you're following, programming-wise. You're following the exact route they want you to follow, because they already scripted this out 2,000 years ago, man. They got a 2,000-year jump on you, and they knew exactly when they was going to start formulating another language. Why? Because they had to tear down the big old tower that people was building to get to them. They had to tear another tower down. So they had to start a war, cause a confusion, come back with another overlay, have a new language, get y'all off the old, because that one, y'all was getting too close to us. And we got this new one now. You got to learn a new thing. Your children gonna learn it. Oh, y'all don't want to teach them? We'll get rid of y'all elders and we'll teach them ourselves. We put them in a little orphanage and we'll train them ourselves with their little uniforms on, teaching all the Aboriginal people English and the customs and the culture. That's how they get down. That's the playbook. If I'm lying, I ain't gonna say the word I'm dying. But if I'm lying, it is what it is. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that this stuff I'm paraphrasing is exactly the tapestry of things. You say, well, Major, what's the solution? I told you, write your own script. Stop hop, skipping, jumping with their script. You adding more power to their program, to their campaign. All you're doing is pouring gasoline in the generator for them. And the generator keep running, humming. Like, dang, every time I turn around, something different happening to me. I gotta pay this, pay. You keep putting gas in there. It's all up here. You ain't gotta get on the street and protest and start burning stuff. They ain't gonna do nothing. Every time it's a protest, every time millions of people get together and go to Washington, D.C. and do something, what happened next? What happened to all them Canadian truck drivers? Where they at? Why it all hush-hush now? Okay? It's because they got it under control. They already planned. They let you do it. They let you go so far. Oh, let them run. Why do cops always sit back and let certain groups burn up everything? In California, they let them do it. And everybody's sitting there like, ain't y'all gonna do something? Oh, we're here. We'll just watch them from afar. And man, they already know when the phone call come in. All right, that's enough. They getting close to the banking district. And you know the red line is right here. So then here they come and they squash it. When it gets to the point where there's some type of loss in regards to what their assets are, they're gonna squash it immediately because they know the people are programmed to such a high level that if you push back enough, people will drop their arms and run off. They already know the pre-programming is going to the what is it called? The premeditated, not the premeditated programming, but the program is already so thick that, and how do they know? They do tests along the way. They do scare tests, like Monsters Incorporated. We care because we scared. So they scare you, they see the reaction. Oh, okay. Half the East Coast did this. That makes sense because we programmed them this way. The West Coast did this. They went and got a bottle of wine because we programmed them that way. In the Midwest, they did this because that's how we program it. It's working exactly how we planned it, guys. We got a few incidentals, no big deal. On the big scheme of things, all we got to do is push the right buttons in the right locations, and people hop, skip, and jump how we need them to, and that's all it is to it. Nothing else to talk about. Nothing here to see, folks. Move along. That's what they're talking. That's how they get down. Me and you sitting around. Oh my goodness, I need to see a psychologist. This is horrible. I can't deal with this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is, oh my goodness. That's how we've been programmed to get down. You need to get up out of that. You need to wake them up. You need to parlay your own, whatever you want to call it, your own energy, your own story. You need to be aggressively, not seeking, you need to be aggressively, look, the word seek means to continuously keep looking for, but never finding anything. So now, if I seek, it says ye shall find. Okay, when am I going to find it? Because I don't see it right here. So obviously, I must have to create it myself. That's the whole backstory is, seeking ye shall find. Well, if you seek yourself out, you will find your real self. Once you get to that point, then you can add on anything on top of that you want. But until you go get you out of hock, and for those who are too young, don't know what out of hock means, like you took yourself to the pawn shop and gave your being to someone else to control until you got enough capital to go back and buy yourself back. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, you got to change your status, you got to do your UCC filing so you can get legally right with. I'm like, do you realize what you're saying? If you get your status changed or do the UCC filing, who put that into effect or made that available for you to even be able to go do it? And then why didn't they tell you about it? And then now all of a sudden you know about it, or it's more prevalent, the information, people trying to go get themselves out of the legal ramifications of being not disclosed to that they was even in a legal situation. Okay, that's another form of disclaimer, I believe. I think it's a trick within a trick within a trick. Because why am I going to let my servants get out of any type of agreement when I don't have to? Why I got to leave a back door for them? Why? What would be the purpose of me letting them escape? Does that make any sense? if you already are subject to a certain condition or contractual binding, you would have to know you was in a contract first to be able to know that you're bound by it. How do they remind you? You gotta have a driver's license. You gotta have a gun permit. They permit you to carry the gun now, whereas the old way was you was already had permission to do it. Or you got to do a 501c3 public charity to start a church. Well, really, you could have just started the church and still not had to pay taxes, but because somebody convinced you that that was the systematic way to do things, and then you start doing it, everybody starts spawning the same energy and everybody starts doing the same thing. Churches never had to pay tax anyway, but if you get duped into the system of things, you forfeit your right to even be the entity that you claim to be. Now you have the thumb of God, the one on the money that says, in God we trust. Yeah, that one. You got the thumb of God on top of you on paperwork, contractual binding, but you knew you signed that one. All these churches in America sign a 501c3, public charity, paperwork to the government to excuse them from paying taxes. Now, if they do that, how are they agents of a holy God? Why would they have to sign paperwork? Why don't you ask your church that? Why do you sign paperwork to be a church? Why does the government have to authorize you to be who you're supposed to be? I mean, is that a tongue twister or something? It's real simple. So people gonna be quoting scriptures and telling me stuff like, oh, this, that, and the other, but at the same time, the same church you go to, you say, well, I don't go to church no more because that's religious. I just read the Bible. Well, who you think printed the Bible? The same group. Those are just, in America, those are subgroups of the main group, of the main group, of the main group. They got churches tiered in a certain way too. Y'all need to go get the book called Icons of Russia and go research that book, or go look at it online, Icons of Russia, so you can get some kind of starting point from how religion was portrayed throughout Russia versus how it's reported throughout America. It's going to look like it's more Ethiopian Orthodox kind of Christianity in Russia than they show you in America, where it originated from, where the idea came from. So my whole point is, you got to do your own due diligence, because everything you're operating off of, you're making decisions based on your programs. So if church has programmed you, if you've allowed it to, because you needed a savior, that's an easy way out. Don't fix it yourself. Some other entity is gonna save you. I can't reference in 20 years one time that me being involved with the churches I went to, them ever physically helping me get saved from any of my business malfunctions or life situations where I was just flat broke, couldn't pay the lights. There wasn't no savior moment there. I just had to get the lights cut off and then hustle to get some money to cut the lights back on. There ain't no 1-800 number that you call prayer line at the light company. You be like, yo, this is follower 6273. I just need some assistance because the Most High told me to call. Oh, okay, yeah, actually, what's your address? We'll cut your lights back on because you said that. That don't happen. Y'all playing games with this thing, man. You just gotta wake the freak up. Seriously, because we could go on and on about, on and on to the break of dawn. You know, we could go on and on to the break of dawn, talking about all this stuff that you need to wake up to, but it ain't gonna do you no good if you're not gonna receive the information. So for those who can receive it, use what you can use out of it. If it's just one piece to help you, boom, you got it. I'm gonna get off here a minute, hour and 28 minutes. I think it's been okay lot. Let me check out some of these comments real quick. See what y'all talking about. If y'all like this live, or if it made any, I don't even know if it made any sense, because y'all know I just be, like a Ferrari on a Hot Wheels racetrack. I just be rolling, doing loops and loop-de-loops and all kind of stuff. Loop-de-loops and hula hoops. So I hope that you got something tangible out of this, because that's the only purpose I have, is like we can grab something tangible and then use it. I'm not in the game or the business of just saying a bunch of stuff to make myself seem smart, or, you know, I was like, yo, people stuck. I was stuck. Let's go get unstuck. If ain't number 10 of them, let's be unstuck. Till we get up out of here, I want to get up out of here unstuck. If my last day is today, tomorrow, whatever, I want to be in a place where I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm open for possibilities, and then when I go to sleep, if I don't wake up, yo, great life lived. I'm good, I'm out of here, on to the next. So that's my version. It's not for everybody. Hard to stomach, I get, but I appreciate all of y'all watching. Anybody have any questions for me? Oh, check this out, y'all. While I got y'all's attention span, before for the next media cycle, grab it. I don't know if it's important or not for you, but I was going to do a live because, yo, my business just, now I'm sounding like an infomercial. My business just experienced the extreme growth that I was expecting from doing these 3 things. 1, buy my book. 2, download my new video. 3, nah, I'm joking. But I think I want to do a live about, because we got to get off some of this doom and gloom. Like I've been saying, you need to thrive in the days and moments you have. If the nuclear missile's on the way, you think I'm going to sit there and watch and go, oh my goodness, this is horrible. This is horrible. I'm going to still go get it in. And to the fat lady, I don't like to use that, to the fat dude saying, until the cows come home, I see the missile coming, whatever, where's my wine? Let me get some wine, get a glass of wine, I'm gonna do something before, I'm not gonna run around and panic and have a heart attack before the missile, and then they say, oh, this was just a test of our national emergency system. The missile that you saw in the sky was only a test. Everybody done had a heart attack, everybody dead on the street already. I'm gonna be sitting there like, oh, that was a test? Y'all silly. You're not acting your age, you're acting your shoe size again. Stop it, government. They do stuff like that. You gotta watch them. It's sneaky. But look, my business did some crazy numbers, and I'm trying to figure out real quick if I should discuss that on this channel, like give y'all the inside, like, do you want to do that yourself? Because y'all know I'm a consultant, and I've been getting more consulting clients here. I just mentioned something on a live, and then boom, I'm getting clients, and I'm like, so should I go ahead and organize this to where I can help other people start some new stuff, financial stuff in their life, where you can go on while the money is still makeable, while you can still use it the way you can use it. They're gonna change it to digital. Just know ahead of time they're gonna change it to digital. That's the whole reason for a lot of this stuff happening. They getting rid of the paper, look, they got rid of horse and buggies too. Okay, you don't see them running down the street no more. You like cars? People in the horse and buggy business was like, oh, dang, I missed out. So either you're gonna be here and get in on some stuff and live your life, or you're gonna be running around. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna use that digital. Y'all think the mark of the beast is something they're gonna insert in you? They don't have to. You don't have to insert it. You're using it right now. Here it is, the phone. It's in your palm of your hand all the time. The images are seared into your forehead, into your thoughts every day. That's what they're talking about. But anyway, no, it's an actual chip they're gonna install. Do it say that somewhere in your book? I ain't seen that nowhere. You're already using the mark. When you got the greenbacks, you was using the mark. When you went off gold and silver, the gold standard, that was the mark of the beast right there. That was the switch. You wasn't even born yet. They already did it, man. What you talking about? It's coming. That's the whole trick, is to make you think something's coming, right? So you just sitting idle like this. It's coming. I got my food stocked up. I got some beer. I got a pack of toilet paper, and I'm ready for this. Some toothpicks. And you think you're gonna MacGyver your way out of any situation with some duct tape and some toothpicks? Ain't gonna happen, man. Navy SEALs be getting taken out, and they got crazy training. You think you gonna? Come on, man. Stop being silly. But look. I've got some great information on how you can make more income, create another stream of income. If you're interested, leave it in the comments. When you do it on the screen here, that's great. I can go back and read the transcripts, but that'll take a long time. So if you could, put it on if you're really interested in finding, I'm gonna charge you for it. I'm a consultant. I don't do stuff for free. My time is worth something. to me. So don't come step to me like, oh, Major, I thought you was trying to help. I am. But you're going to pay for my time because my time is valuable just like yours. You pay for everything else. So yeah, you're going to pay me to teach you how to do what I'm doing. And 6 figures in 1 month is not out of range. My numbers prove that right now. 6 figures in 30 days. I know that sounds like an infomercial, but I can show you exactly how I structure things with, y'all see my fire safety business? That may have not been what you was wanting to do in life, but that's one of the ways you can generate, because all these weather events and all this stuff going on, man, I can get you set up to where, yo, when that stuff hits, you getting some cake, you gonna get some cake with icing on it and everything. So if you're interested in really getting to the next level with things, the way that I consult is pen and paper consulting. Another thing, when you come as a client, just expect, ain't gonna be no manual, ain't gonna be no go to this website, click this, click that, keep you all systematically driven. The only way to achieve this type of numbers is you gotta be in an organic position. You gotta be I don't wanna cookie cut you because everybody's got a different situation. So as a consultant, I have to be aware of that. You might not live in the same economy that I'm in, or you might not have the same service orientation that I have in mind. So I got to be sensitive to that. And as a consultant, I got to go ask you questions first, break out exactly what your goals are, what you're trying to do, and how you're going to did it. And then we can apply my technique to your area, your region, and your thinking and your style. And we can correct things as we go. Get you humming. Next thing you know, boom, you got another stream of income coming in. Because I know people are interested in how do I get some extra funds and how do I attain that. That's a whole different live I'm going to have to do. But real quick, while I got y'all here, what do y'all think? Throw something on the screen. What do you think me doing it on this channel would be a good idea, or do I need to set up something where I actually have like a what's the Skype conference where y'all chime in and then I discuss some things and then y'all figure out if y'all want to do it or not? What y'all think? I'm just asking y'all because everybody got their own opinion, their own thoughts, blah blah blah, but I'm serious about this because I'm in it to win it while I'm here. After I'm gone, whatever, but while I'm here, we getting some W's. I'm not taking no more L's. L's ain't nothing but turn that bad boy upside down and make it a 7. 7 is the perfect number, so we're gonna make it a 7. Just flip that bad boy around. What y'all think? Zoom is good. I don't have Zoom, so y'all gonna have to do it my way on this one. I can do a live actually that's private on here too. We can do a live on YouTube, which might be better. I can do Skype. That one seems to work pretty good. I just have to do a lot of work sending you the link and all this, that, and the other. But if you send me an email to my email, Major Safety Team at protonmail.com. That's my secure email. Major Safety Team at protonmail.com. Yeah, I'm thinking the private YouTube live sounds good. I think you're right. I'm trying to do less. The whole goal of running your own show is to do less work and create more opportunities for yourself. So I'm not trying to create more work. I'm not gonna go, y'all gonna get it straight out of my mind onto your pen and paper, using your pen and your pad. Literally, step 1, here's how we do it. Step 2, if you need help with setting up your corporate structure, LLC versus S Corp or C Corp, I'm gonna tell you get your accountant involved, but I'm gonna tell you which one I do and how it benefits me. I'm gonna show you how to get your own commercial insurance for under $40, right around $40 a month instead of $200 or $300 a month. I'm gonna show you how to set up your whole system for this type of activity to flow through it. And what I'm telling you, man, is this can help some people break out of their situation. 6 figures in 30 days came through the system that I had already designed like 8 years ago. Now that's not the only money I made, but I actually, to this day, we did 6 figures over, I ain't gonna even say the exact amount, but like knocking boots kind of 6 figures in 30 days. Like, no joke. Incoming more of the same activity. So, and I'm not going to guarantee anybody that, but even if I caused or assisted you with getting an extra $4,000 a month coming in, would that be beneficial? We could start right there. That's easy. That's real easy. 6 figures sound better for people that's already got some stuff going on with themselves business-wise, but definitely if you're in a position and to be able to do some services, on the ground services, I'll show you an area, professional area that's not prevalent in most cities, so you don't have a lot of competition, and I'll show you exactly how to set that up to where these things can flow through your company and you can manage that stuff and go on and get your paper game up while you can still convert it into something else. That's why I still push to create more streams of income. One, so I'm actually running my business from Vietnam on my phone. So I'll show you how to set that up. Two, I want to be able to stick and move how I need to stick and move. So if I go spend $1,000 today on the street just because I want to, even though that ain't my MO, but if I want to, I just do it and there's no thought behind it. It's just like, the only thought is like, wow, I enjoy doing this. Exactly. When I exchange some money to buy something, I'll be like, yo, I really enjoy doing this. Because I'm putting power behind the action. Now, my action is speaking at the same time I'm doing it. So I'm putting so much power behind this transaction. The only transactions I get back are the same type of transactions that I keep putting out and I keep energizing with, whoa, I love being able to do this. I just gave somebody $500. I'm excited to be able to do that. I want to do this every day. They come to me like that so I can keep doing what I say I want to do, which is do that every day. But anyway, I appreciate all of y'all. Come back to this live, drop some comments, let me formulate this thing with the whoever's serious about the business opportunity. You're going to have to, because everybody's not in position to do that, but whoever is, I should see an email from you. When I respond to the email, if you don't respond, I keep it moving, okay? Just be honest. I'm not going to keep, if we're communicating back and forth, great. If you don't respond back, I move on. So, major safety team at protonmail.com. Let me know. I'm going to get off here. I got other things to do. I hope y'all like this live. Come back to the comments. Drop some stuff so other people can see, yo, we dropping knowledge over here. We doing some things. I appreciate all of y'all so on here. Don't be scared. Don't be scared out there. Go live your version. That's what I'm going to tell you. Go live your version. Yep, they doing the thing. That stuff's happening. It's going to happen. But while it's happening, I'm be like, whatever. Catch you in the funny papers, whatever. But anyway, yo, I appreciate all of y'all. Hold on. Somebody asked me something. I'm going to answer. Doesn't the tribulation start once God takes his church in the rapture? Well, I'm going to just tell you this, B.O.D. There ain't no word called the rapture in the book. They call it the catching away, okay? But there is no word called the rapture. That was created by the religious sect. There's no rapture. Now, rapture could mean many different things. That could mean the planned depopulation of a group of people. You hear them talking about that too. Depopulation. What you think going on? People disappearing, right? They taking off from out of here. They ain't here no more. Now the church, if you was gonna take the church out of here, that would be fine. That might help things. But I'm not trying to be funny. But the tribulation period starting when that happens. If that happens, I guess it happens. But that could actually, all you have to do to create that situation is start clamping down like they did in China and other countries on Christian churches. And then the book is going to say that you're the group that's being, they hate you and they're coming against you, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's already planned. It's already planned to happen. So if you can go find the word the rapture in the Bible, then I'll follow along with that, but it doesn't exist. Because it is basis for much of this trickery. Sorry, Major, that's when I've been here. No, it's no problem. You ain't saying nothing. You didn't offend. I mean, you're all good. You're well within range to ask that question. I'm not a specialist. I just know that we've been told a lot of tales, just like nursery rhymes. And London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Why is it London that we was taught? Who taught us that? People from London, England? Yeah, that's why. So the same thing, the rapture, that's a cultural expression of what God is going to do ahead of time, so I can keep you in that cultural expression at all times, because this stuff's going to happen. So you better be prepared, and you better go get your ducks in a row. You better get your safe. Now the rest of the world is going to probably go to hell because they don't follow Jesus Christ, if that's the point. So the rest, what about all the rest of these people that haven't had an opportunity to hear about Jesus or all that stuff? Well, that hasn't happened either. Because I can go on the street right now, they don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. So what about all those people? What about the rest of the people in all these other countries? They ain't never heard the J to the E to the S to the U to the S. They ain't never heard that. So who is this saying, you never did answer me? Persecution is coming. Yeah, they already been doing that. They've been persecuting people in all these different countries. It ain't just Christians. They persecuting everybody everywhere because they're getting countries lined up for this new system of doing things. That's why I'm saying that. So this dude's saying I didn't answer his question. I guess I owe you an answer, right? Because you paid me to answer you, Bernie. What's up? Gardner, call me, and that's in order. I don't roll like that, bro. I don't even know who he is. Maybe you're joking, but the way I'm looking at it is, nah, bye, dude. You not answering me. You acting your shoe size right now, for sure. But anyway, everybody, I'm gonna get up out of here. I would answer some more questions, but I got stuff to do. If y'all need to ask me those questions, Major at safety, Major, whatever my name, email is, Major at safety team, Major safety team at Proton. C. Marie just posted it, so y'all can email me that stuff there. Appreciate y'all. Y'all got the attention span of some eagles, yo. Y'all hung in there with me. That's dope. Y'all getting off the gnat theory, attention span of a gnat. Y'all rolling with the eagles now. That's what's going on. Hats off to all of y'all. I gotta go. Peace, love, and as Don Cornelius would say, so. Catch you on the next one. This is Major, signing off for another Need Some Chapstick kind of cool video. Peace.